Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Fatal. Hope everyone enjoyed their weekend. Today we're going to be going over the Venus from Lethal Gaming Gear that these guys actually sent out to me for review here a while back. I've had a couple of weeks to actually use this pad and get the ins and the outs on it. I will say this real quick, I do not play Valorant and I do not play Fortnite. I was so fixing to say Fortnite. Anyways, but this pad here is probably going to be perfect for that. As far as the 3XL 1200 by 550 millimeter, it's going to be plenty of pad for you guys that actually play those games. But I just wanted to give this page here a start off, so you guys could actually see the pad, the different size of the pads and stuff and everything. But there's 4 pads from Lethal Gaming Gear, and this is going to be the Venus. So if you guys are ready to head on over there, let's go. Okay guys, upon receiving your Venus from Lethal Gaming Gear, it's obviously going to come in this nice artsy-fartsy box as usual, just like the rest of them do. Gives you all your information on the back, and obviously this is the 3XL, and yeah, so there's your box on that. And if you guys are lucky enough to actually go in a store where you can actually feel things, you can feel the texture of the pad through your little hole here. But a shout out to Lethal Gaming Gear and the artist that actually created these boxes for them. It's very, very nice. The texture of this pad is made from polyester, and it is going to be kind of a cross between a speed and a control pad. And I'm going to be comparing this pad actually to the Aqua Control Plus and the Zowie GS-R-SE. That is the 2 pads that I feel like this comes closest to. So we're going to get on to that and do some comparisons there in just a minute. But as you can see, the stitching on this pad is not too bad. And personally, I don't think they could have done a better job on this stitching on here. Everything's down below it just a little bit. I don't think it's going to be irritating your arms or anything. So yeah, and the stitching is going to be like that all the way around. And we got a bug in here. And as you can see, the pad is going to be quite big. So let's see if we can get this to focus here. And yeah, give me just a second guys, I'm gonna get this focused for y'all, and let's get this out here. There we go. And as you can see, the pad itself is pretty huge, and all of that good stuff. So yeah, so there you go on that. And one thing I would like to point out about this mouse pad that is going to be a lot different for everybody, and that's going to be the different kinds of skates that actually go on this on your mouse when you're playing with this mouse pad. Now I guess it's different or the same on every mouse pad when it comes to the different kind of skates that you put on your mouse. But rather it be the Lethal Gaming Gear skates you put on here, the core skates, or your Tiger Arc skates, or your Tiger Ice skates, or anything else, it's going to have a lot to do with the way this pad feels when you're using it. Obviously your Tiger Ice skates are going to be faster. Your Tiger Arc's going to be probably a little bit slower, and your core pads, which is going to be next to stock, is going to be even slower. And then obviously you got your Lethal Gaming Gear glass skates that they just come out with that you can use as well. That's probably going to be even faster. So it's just all about glide, guys, whatever you would like to have. But I kept the stock skates on here just for this review, so you guys that are out there that don't have any of the Lethal Gaming Gear skates on new skates on their stuff, you can understand where this is coming from with the mouse, because the mouse itself is pretty much, the skates that are on it are the same thing as the Logitech G Pro X. So if that kind of relates a little bit, then you know what the feeling is of this mouse pad. But yeah, so I don't think you'll have any issues with that. But just keep in mind, like I said, it's going to depend on your different kinds of skates. Now the pad that I compared it to was the Aqua Control Plus. Now for me, there's just a little subtle difference in the feel, not very much. It's pretty damn close. And I don't know if you can hear this or not. There's a little bit of difference there, but as far as the feeling goes, it almost feels the same. Obviously, they're two different pads. These are not clone pads. The next pad is going to be the Zowie GS-R-SE. Now, this pad here comes pretty damn close to it as well. It does have the color on this GS-R-SE that's almost like the Mercury from Lethal Gaming Gear, but this is not the Mercury, and it doesn't feel like the Mercury. So anyways, we're back to the Venus here again. That's what this pad, these two pads probably come the closest to the Venus. So if you guys have these two pads in your stock at your house, or if you've tried them before, these two pads right here are probably going to come the closest to how the Venus feels. So that's a comparison you can use there. So if you're actually having to go buy the mouse and stuff, that you've got something to compare it to. And you know, if you're like me, you can't just run out to a big giant freaking computer store to get this stuff, because you know, I live in a little town and we don't have any way to buy anything except for online. Now the logo itself obviously is going to be over here to the right hand side, and it is not going to be in your way. I mean, I could see some people actually maybe possibly hitting it and you know, dragging over it depending on where your tower is located. And one thing I would love to see Lethal Gaming Gear in the future, if they keep making these pads, is it is not pressed into the pad and is not printed into the pad. It is actually over the top a little bit, and so I could actually see if somebody runs over this quite a few times that it's going to actually probably start to peel. It's not a game changer for me. I mean, me personally, when I'm using the mouse, it's going to be over here, and this is my little zone that I'm playing in. It's going to be right here and right here. So it's not going to be freaking I'm not going to be running into it personally. Either way, it's not a game changer for me. It's all about the, you know, the way the pad feels and everything I'm going to be doing with the pad. Now, as far as the bottom of the pad goes, it is a rubber texture. It is made from a natural rubber base. So any of you guys that are allergic to rubber or anything out there, you know, maybe a good thing to know. You know, to keep that in mind, that it is going to have a rubber base on it. And it does not stink. There is no chemical smells with this mouse pad. In conclusion, for the Venus from Lethal Gaming Gear, I believe it is a very good budget pad for $29.99. Well, actually, this big pad is going to be $59.99. If you wanted to go with the regular size, which is the XL, is going to be $29.99. And then you got the XXL, which is $49.99. But the 3XL, the one I have on my desk, is actually $59.99. And you still have to pay shipping for this. And if you're outside the United States, you know, the shipping is going to be horrendous. So it's going to be, you know, I'm hoping that these guys will have this in y'all's country. Somebody will pick these up and sell these in y'all's country, so you guys can actually have them outside the United States as well, without having to pay the price of 2 more pads for shipping. But anyways, like I was saying, in conclusion, if you play Fortnite or Valorant, these pads are going to be perfect for you guys. So I don't think you could find a better pad out there for the most part if you really enjoy these hybrid speed type pads. You know, there's so many different kinds of pads out there, and me personally, I would rather go with one of these guys and help them out, you know, so they can grow and make more pads, you know, versus, you know, going to Logitech or Zowie or any of those guys, you know, because these guys have actually put their time into this and sweat to make these pads, and I respect that. You know, those other guys, you know, they've been around since freaking computer crap started, you know, so they've got a name for themselves, and they don't have to try very hard. They just make some, throw it out, and people buy it because of the name that's on it. And I want Lethal Gaming Gear to get to that point too, you know, to where people are going to want to buy this just by the name on it. But right now, these guys, this is their first set of pads that they've actually done, and I'm really impressed by these pads. I hope you guys really enjoy these pads if you tried them out already, or going to try them out. I highly recommend these guys. You know, I couldn't find anything personally wrong with the pads myself. The only negative that I found was the logo over here in the corner. That is the only thing negative that I could really find about this pad. You know, I mean, if you want to pay 60 or 70 bucks for an artisan pad, go for it. And, you know, or you can pay freaking this for the whatever size pad you want. You know, like I said, starting from $29.99 to $59.99, and this pad will probably last you forever. I know some of you guys are not going to go out there and get, you know, 20 different pads. So that's why we're doing this. Us content creators do this, so you guys can try to figure out what kind of pad you want that you're going to use, because you're going to probably wear that pad out before you buy a new one. But yeah, out of all the pads they have here, you know, this is probably one of the good ones. So with all that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and please drop a subscription down below if you don't mind, to help me support my channel. And please hit a like if you enjoyed the video, and also please leave a comment, share with your friends, all that good stuff. This is Fatal, signing out.